All right, everyone, Dave here. Nvidia is currently sitting at $105 per share, and um, it's quite a fall from 128, $129, what it was priced at before the earnings call last week. So I had believed that Nvidia was going to go back up to its original pre-earnings call stock price of $128. I thought we were going to get back to that by September 10th, because I thought most of it, or people selling off last week, was mainly an overreaction, because I thought the earnings were pretty strong. Nvidia, Jensen Huang, announced pretty good forecasts and good news for the direction of the company. And I thought that after a 3-day weekend, 3-day holiday, that people will kind of recalibrate and buy those shares of Nvidia. And that is not what has happened for two key reasons. Number one, the jobs report. Federal government is announcing the jobs report this week, and people are incredibly skeptical, which is why the market is kind of down. And then the the DOJ, Department of Justice probe into Nvidia, that's currently being initiated because Nvidia is just really dominating. Competitors are complaining, and they think it's unfair. And that news is also kind of bringing the price down a little bit. So, that whole idea of the stock price going up in that first half of September, I'm not saying it's not possible, but it's looking like it's going to be a little off as of now because of these two things: the jobs report and the DOJ probe into Nvidia. So here's the silver lining in all of this. Okay, the ultimate silver lining is that a lot of people rate Nvidia a buy at about $100, right? Some people have it around 90, but around $100. Okay, so with all this stuff going on, with this jobs report, the DOJ probe, which is because Nvidia has 90% of market share for chips, right? So it's going to happen. Nvidia has no history of malicious, kind of malicious actions or wrongdoings. So this probe is solely because, competitors are complaining and they realize, hey, Nvidia is a huge force and we kind of have to do our due diligence and look into it. So what am I getting to here? Nvidia right now at $105 a share. Again, you're getting it at a discount. Okay, look at the narrative so far. Let's look at it just from the past 7 days. Nvidia was at almost $130. It announces earnings that beat expectations. Jensen Huang, the CEO, gives a great forecast for the future and what's going to happen. The stock price goes down because people are getting way too greedy. Now you have this jobs report, which has nothing to do with Nvidia, and now you have the federal government probing into Nvidia because they have to do their due diligence when Nvidia has no history of any kind of wrongdoing. They're just doing their job. And what happens as a result? It's gone down to almost $100 per share. This has nothing to do with the thesis of Nvidia, artificial intelligence, Blackwell, all this stuff that Jensen Huang and his company are doing. This has everything to do with just people and the federal government. Okay? So long term, again, if you're holding for more than a few months, for a year plus, you're fine buying Nvidia right now, and you should buy as many shares as you possibly can. If you follow me on this channel, I invest in two things. I invest in Bitcoin and Nvidia, and I can tell you right now at $105 per share, by the end of this week, I'm not putting anything into Bitcoin. It's going all into shares of Nvidia. All of it. At this price, it's a discount. So Nvidia, is it a buy right now? Is it a buy after the earnings? Is it a buy with what the United States government's doing and this jobs report? Is it still a buy? Absolutely, it's a buy. And you're able to get it at a discount because give it enough time, share price is going to go back up and you're going to be happy you invested in this, okay? There's going to be dips here and there. It's just a part of the game, guys. So Nvidia is still a buy. It's most likely, okay, I think there's a chance it could go back to around 110 or so by the middle of September, but it's looking like it may not. Depending on this jobs report, the Department of Justice probe, and the general sentiment. I mean, we have the election in 2 months. It's a lot of uncertainty, and people are kind of fearful right now. But you should not be that way. Buy your shares of Nvidia, hold. You're going to be fine, and especially at a discount, $105 per share. See you guys.